In this lesson, let's explore the taskbar in more detail. The taskbar is a bar that sits at the bottom of your screen permanently beneath your desktop. Let's start in the bottom left-hand corner. Over here, you'll see the Windows icon, commonly referred to as the Start menu. If I click on it, it will show all available software that's on the PC, and you'll see it's in alphabetical order. You'll also see at the top of the list your most recently opened software. So often, if you use it often, you won't have to scroll down to select it. You can just select it from the most used list. Let's open Excel. So under E, you need to just click once and it will open up the software. And then let's open Word. And Word is in my most used over here, so let's click over there. Now, in order to switch back to Excel and then back to Word, you just have to select the icon at the bottom of the taskbar. So, for example, you'll see here Book 1 Excel. If I click on it, it will switch to the Excel software. And if I click over here, it will switch back to Word. Let's close the program with the X in the top right-hand corner. Next to the Start button, you'll see a button called Ask Me Anything, which is a very useful tool for searching for software, for files, or even something on the web. Let's click over there. And in the Ask Me Anything text box, I'm going to type the word Excel, for example. You'll see here it's found the actual software, all my recently used files in Excel. Here, in case I want to search Excel on the web, and also Excel software that you could buy from the Microsoft Store. So if I click on Excel at the top here, it will actually open up the software as well. Also, for example, if I wanted a file called exercise, I'm going to type the word exercise over here, and it will find all documents, Excel and Word, that start with the word exercise. So you can see it's a very quick way of finding files and folders. Next to that, we have what we refer to as Task View. Let's click on that. It will show all your open software in little tiled icons, and so if I click on it, it will maximize it. If I open Word, let's open from the search folder, and I go to Task View, you'll see I have Word and Excel there, which is another way of switching between software. Then after that, we have what used to be called Internet Explorer is now called Edge. That is your web browser in Windows 10. If you're on a previous version of Windows, it will be called Internet Explorer. So if I click over here, it will open my web browser. Next to that, which we're going to cover in more detail in a future lesson, is what we refer to as File Explorer in Windows 10. It used to be referred to as Windows Explorer. Let's click on that. And here you will have a list of all your files and folders on the PC. Let's close that. Next to that, we have what we refer to as your Windows Store. Just like you would purchase apps on a mobile, this is apps for Windows. Looking now further to the right-hand side, on the far right-hand side, sometimes when you're in software and you've got multiple files open, instead of minimizing every single program, you want to see something on the desktop. If you go right into the right-hand corner and you'll see a white line and you click on it, it will switch you into desktop view without you having to close or minimize the existing software. If I click on it again, it takes me out of desktop view. Following that are all the notifications on your PC. For example, if it's notifying you to upgrade your software or update your software, all your notifications will appear in the Action Center. Following that, we have our date and time. If I click on that, it will show you today's date and time, and you could obviously adjust it over here if necessary. Next to that will be your speaker, where you can adjust the sound volume, followed by normally your Wi-Fi connection, showing all the available Wi-Fi networks. This little up arrow shows all the hidden icons that it doesn't fit onto the taskbar, and you could have any number of things that are running on your actual PC will show in here. Everything that's running in the background will show on that icon. Also, you may notice in your version of Windows, once you go into software, that your taskbar actually disappears. And what that is if I right-click on the taskbar and I turn off Lock the Taskbar, you will find that your taskbar doesn't show permanently. When you're not in that area, it will disappear. I personally prefer to have the taskbar there always, so I prefer to put a tick next to Lock the Taskbar.